On behalf of United Consciousness, I feel delighted to welcome Ms. Anna Galovicova. She is founder and chairman of Slovak Indian Friendship Society and coordinator of the projects. As director of Mental Health Center in Liptov, Jakubovany, she has been leading training for the psychophysical and psychospiritual awareness. She has developed the relaxation and stress management training methods. She has been running yoga courses in many towns in Czechoslovakia since last 52 years. Dr. Anna is also a chairman of Slovak Anti-Poverty Network and executive coordinator, European Anti-Poverty Network in Brussels. She is a co-founder and chairman of Parliament World's Religious Slovakia.
Dear masters, dear friends, dear organizer, as Dr. Vikramji, I am very happy that I can share with you some of my spiritual experiences and wisdom, and that we can continue every year to know each other better and together help develop mental and spiritual dimension of our personality. As you know, I am from previous Czechoslovakia, totalitarian atheistic regime. And as you know, I was born as a child of atheism, materialism. But at the age of 17, I recognized reading spiritual book that God exists. And since that time, consciously, I became involved to develop my spiritual dimension of personality, to reach enlightenment, to know self-knowledge. But because I had chance to dedicate my study of spirituality for child and children, youth, so I could recognize that not only myself, but also other children, they have spiritual experiences very small age. For example, Dr. Raymond Moody, our friend who studied near-death experiences, he recognized, and our doctors also in Slovakia, that children also can have near-death experience. Some are so small they can't describe it, but they can paint, and they painted tunnel at the end of tunnel light. So we recognize also that some children have also other spiritual experiences. For example, myself, when I was 7, 8 years old, usually when I went to the bed, and it was some period of my life, and I, before sleeping, I put myself question, what will be with me after this? And immediately I settled in some another universal cosmic dimension, feeling as some other planet, and I was very happy and joyful in this new place. So later, when I became a member of Montreal group near United Nations, and I met very much spiritual leaders since 1988, I recognized such spiritual experiences have also other people, not only myself, other children. And some children garden also in my country. But first I met such psychologists in United States. They have programs and games for small children in kindergarten focused on development the spiritual dimension of personality through games and visualizations. That small children, they prefer play a game in sub groups with closest friends, and there are several subgroups in class. But when we play with them game, for example, with ball, something similar as volleyball, and we instruct them that when they play with ball and send ball to other friend, to other child, ball full of love, ball full of positive energy, joy, that will be good to send this ball also to other subgroup. And after such games and visualizations, slowly children remove walls between subgroups and create one whole. And we feel that they are able, open heart, spread consciousness, small age, children garden, and also open heart to other children from other subgroups and be oneness, be whole. Later, children, they are able, has also some spiritual experiences from previous lives. It happened also to me that when I was 9 years old, that time His Holiness Dalai Lama left as a refugee Tibet to India. That time we had no TV. My parents listened to news, only radio news. But at that age, I was not interested in the news, to listen radio news. But I observed, or I heard that 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet, as a refugee, left Tibet for India. And till today, I remember this news. I was very strong touched. I didn't understand at the age of 9 why, but I understood that it is very important for me that I knew this news, that I heard such name. Later, I met many times His Holiness Dalai Lama personally. I passed through his spiritual exercising and training, and we invited our society, also His Holiness, to Slovakia. And so later I also recognize that I had dreams about, in my childhood, about other Indian masters. And when I first time visited India, I had chance to meet them. Of course, there is many other children which are able to remember previous lives, and very important people who could help them, as Master Suryananda told, that we should know each other. So we have this inner life, we have this spiritual life. But it is not easy for children and young people today that they have enough possibility to develop this spiritual dimension of personality. Why? Because we live in secularism, and secularistic society on the West, it is divided that spiritual inner life we should practice at home or in the church, in the monasteries, but daily we are orientated for worldly life. And there is great imbalance between worldly life and between spiritual life. And we are more focused outside, not for self-knowledge, self-reflection. And we see results that today there is great problem, even understand what means spiritual health. As we know, World Health Organization definition of health, there is harmony on physical, social, and mental level, but not on spiritual level. World Health Organization don't respect till today spiritual health. So it is very important that we focus also on this area, how to develop this spiritual dimension of personality, especially beginning with the children and young people. Very good is law of karma. And I am very happy that Dr. Vikramji, he will speak about law of karma and spirituality. And I'm really looking forward because in my life, many children, especially hockey players, because I practiced yoga with hockey players and deep relaxation. And also one great star, Czechoslovak hockey player Jager, who was great star also in NHL, American Hockey League. He told that from childhood he recognized law of karma. In my country, it is called law of action and reaction, because as child he was tall and strong, and he injured one hockey player, and immediately it happened that he had an accident and injured himself, and he understood what I am doing to others. It returned to me the same. If I harm other, I will be harmed also. And he finished with aggressive play, and he became later Buddhist. The same was with my son at the age of 8-10 years. Also, he told he will not harm others, because immediately he recognized it returned to him and other children also. There is very important that we are not fearful, not only from anything, but also from other religions and other spiritual teachings. For example, my friend, she is also yoga teacher and also teacher at a church school, because after fall down totalitarian regime, there are also church schools and universities based on Christianity. And early morning, when they begin school, they have prayer, Christian prayer to Jesus Christ, Father, Mother Mary. And she used first tell children, please keep back straight, concentrate on your breathing process, be relaxed. And when whole body is relaxed, then she instructed them, and now you can pray. And usually once monthly, director coming to school, and he asked children, or to class, asked children what you like. And one girl told him, I like prayer with yoga. So he asked to practice such kind of prayer, and he was very happy. And other classes and other teachers also learned this way of prayer. I would like to thank very much again that we can together develop our spiritual dimension, and mental and spiritual development also to do, because usually we are not focused at schools on we are focused on aparavidya, knowledge, informations which are measurable, but not paravidya, this higher information. And spiritual development belongs among this kind of development that it is not based on formal education. It is not so easy learn spiritual and have spiritual experiences as we learn languages or we learn mathematics, but it is more formal and informal. non-formal and informal education. So there is great work before us, and thank you very much that you are so active and looking forward other speeches and hold 2 days together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna-ji. Our regards to Slovakia and the people there. A very important topic you spoke, and I like the way you mentioned the book God Exists, which you read at the age of 17 years. And then you mentioned that games and visualizations can be very important methods through which we can connect kids and children to spirituality. One thing that I never noticed, and probably you brought into our notice, is in the definition of health of WHO, they talk about physical, mental, and social health, social well-being. They don't include spiritual well-being in that. That's very path-breaking thing that you said. I'm sure that WHO very soon will also ponder upon including this also, because spiritualism, as you said, is paravidya. Thank you very much for your blessings to us. Thank you.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank Ms. Anna Galovicova coming onto the platform of United Consciousness. Thank you so much.